This is a school assignment for English 214 and a response to YouTube plus audition for the world equals self-discovery. That vlogger is exploring the idea of using YouTube as a tool to audition different personalities and then merging the ones that work into their offline personality. From what I see, I think that it would be a very noble and unique use of the medium. Most of the vlogs I've seen seem earnest and unrehearsed, so I don't think they were consciously using them as psychological tools. They seemed more like diaries or affirmations. I don't really have a lot of experience being a part of the social network online, emotionally enriching, like the experience of traveling solo in foreign countries. Like a vlog, traveling alone is basically a solitary exploration, but you randomly encounter strangers, and there's always a possibility of danger and pitfalls. Whether you're traveling or vlogging, you're presenting yourself out of your own normal, everyday context, so you can pretend to be anything you want, which makes it a good time to practice traits you want to encourage in yourself. And both experiences have communication barriers. Obviously with foreign travel, it's a language barrier. Video communication has its own barriers. For me, I think vlogging-wise, it's the equipment is a possible negative for me. When I'm working on a project, I get inspirations all the time, so I need to be able to work off the cuff. And I've always got a notebook with me, but I don't really see myself whipping out my cell phone on Muni and, doing a little vlog. Also, similar to travel, interactions with people will be affected by their biases. The experience my white male friends have had when they travel alone is different than the experience I've had. In general, as an unintended female, you get some attention, but specifically in France I was harassed because they thought I looked like a gypsy. Exploration. With this video you can obviously see my gender and take a guess at my race and age. And maybe towards the left of the screen there'll be my location, and you can make assumptions based on that. Like traveling alone, vlogging may not be for everyone, but stretching yourself to explore new environments and personalities obviously has its benefits. So if you're going to do either, do them with caution, and you have to be responsible. Depending on what traits you're practicing, you should prepare yourself to deal with some feedback. If you feel vulnerable to negative feedback, you might want to consider starting with a narrower commenter pool and not really constructive criticism. So you could maybe make the video private first and send the links to your friends and ask them for feedback. You could post it to your own blog so you know the audience, and after making improvements or just preparing yourself, you could then make it public. And even then, maybe you want to think about turning the comments off. So I decided before doing this vlog that I should watch some other speakers and bloggers and see what kind of personalities they were projecting, and see if there was one that I would like to emulate. And it turned out that I watched Mr. Rogers' congressional address and really learned a lot. During it, he does have the benefit of an audience, so it's not directly applicable to vlogging, but he does define specifically what he's trying to project to the children. And he said that he wanted to give a meaningful expression of care to every kid, every day. I thought it was very helpful to watch some of his programs with that in mind, to see that this personality trait, whether or not he really did project it, and he did. He ended every single show with saying, let me see, you've made this day a special day just by being you. There's no person in the world like you, and I like you just the way you are. I think those are exceptionally kind words. So I was thinking not just about kindness, but how to deliver it. In the offline world, you can practice kindness in every day, every interaction, whether it's, in line, on the street, on campus, wherever you can practice kindness. But online, you would have to actually create the practice. And I suppose you could vlog a philosophical discussion about kindness, or report on some act of kindness, or even, as an act of kindness, give a good critique to another vlogger. Another thing is to be conscious that videos can be linked or sampled. I go to a site called VideoGum, where they link to videos all around the internet, and I go usually specifically for the comments. I think they're pretty witty, but there is a streak of meanness in some of their posts that show up under the title as we should all be so lucky to find something in the world that makes us this happy, or that's your boyfriend, where they link to videos of individuals who are clearly exploring some interesting things. One recently was of a gentleman in a Spider-Man suit on his couch, just touching himself. That's great for him, but I don't think he could have predicted that it would end up on a video review site, being dissected and made fun of. My final point is that I think once you've been practicing this personality trait online, that you should take it offline as soon as you can. There's a breadth of practice that's not available online. And so you shouldn't wait until you've perfected it online. If you integrate it between the worlds, it should be it would be beneficial to do that as part of the process. Offline, you'll get the benefit of instant feedback via social cues, and by doing it live, you might run into people that you wouldn't online, and you'll be doing it in a variety of experiences, and you'll be doing it when you're ill-prepared. So it'll really reinforce the trait. So go ahead, start on the vlog, but move it offline. Good luck.